There are some who want to come in and say that, well, this period didn't happen to the church, this period of persecution didn't happen to the church because it wasn't throughout the entire Roman Empire. When you look at it, it wasn't throughout the entire Roman Empire. It was still centralized. It hadn't spread over everything. So it still did happen, and we do have a lot of churches or Christians at this point that were being persecuted as a result of that. Trajan provided a legal framework for the treatment of Christians, moving now from localized violence towards an actual formalized administrative stance against Christianity. So now we're starting to get to where the empire is against not so much just Caesar. But now, of course, there's rules being written against Christianity at this point. So the suffering is going to start getting worse. The persecution of the Christians became now a legal matter. So they're going to deal in a legal sense. Thus, explicit charges had to be stated. And he really rejected the commonly used anonymous accusation previously accepted. Well, now Trajan, he's saying, no, that we need to do it according to Roman law. It needs to be in the law books. We need some actual criminal activity that they have done. So he's starting to, again, make this more of a directly of a legal, well, like I said, he's taking it into administrative type of an area. So he's really, again, trying to focus on the Roman gods and bring them back in. So if they were a Christian, and he would focus on primarily the leadership, but not entirely, they basically had to make a sacrifice. So again, this is where you have Roman law and justification for the killing of Christians based upon the Roman law, because they would not participate in these rituals of state worship, which was a very common thing back then. He really began the legal warfare against the church. And this, of course, all ultimately comes down to the fact that they would not participate with the offering to these false gods. Well, these Christians, they're not worshiping our gods. They're the ones who are causing the problem. So these would be more of the local magistrates now begin to get involved in starting to be used to actually persecute Christians. So instead of it being at the state level, you could say now we're down into the city level, where the city mayors are going to start reporting and persecuting